This morning we had an active shooter incident, approximately 6:30 a.m. We got the call there was an active shooter in one of our buildings. The base is currently shut down. The active shooter has been neutralized. We are working with local law enforcement and with the FBI in our actions afterwards. As I said, the base is shut down. It will be shut down until further notice, until we can really understand the situation. But the important thing is that it is no longer an active shooter situation. We do have several deceased and several wounded. My heart goes out to those families of the deceased and of the wounded. They're part of the Navy family. They're part of us, and our heart goes out to those of you who may be affected by this tragedy.
At approximately 6:51 this morning, the call went out to the Escambia County Sheriff's Office Central Dispatch that there was an active shooter on Naval Air Station, Pensacola. We had 2 units immediately respond, many to come behind, of course. While we would love to do a full disclosure with you this morning about everything that we are aware of, quite obviously we cannot do that. There are things that we are now in the investigative process that are required to be held back by not just the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, but our lead federal agencies, which of course are the FBI and the ATF and the associated federal partners that we have, and the U.S. Attorney's Office is also present. I want to assure our community that the threat has been negated. Our community is secure at this time. We have no reason to believe or are we looking for any additional shooters within Escambia County, not just within the parameters of NAS Pensacola. I would tell you this strikes home particularly hard for me as a retired military member. Walking through the crime scene was like being on the set of a movie. And as the mayor eloquently put, you just don't expect this to happen at home. This doesn't happen in Escambia County. It doesn't happen in Pensacola. It doesn't happen to our friends and neighbors who are members of the United States Navy. But it did, and it has. And so for now, we're here to pick up the pieces. We have 2 officers at the Escambia County Sheriff's Office in the initial response that negated the threat that are now in a local hospital. We expect them to fully recover. It was a member of the Escambia County Sheriff's Office that did negate the threat. I will share that with you. It was one of our officers that did that. As the captain said, we have as of right now, we do have 4 deceased and approximately 8 total. That includes the ones that have deceased, by the way, that are injured. The crime scene processing continues under the auspices of the FBI and the ATF. We are lending all local assistance that we have to this effort.
The 2 deputies that initially engaged the suspect, one was shot in the arm and one was shot in the knee. The one that shot in the arm is being treated at a local hospital, and the one that was shot in the knee is currently in surgery. Both expected to survive.
Certainly this is a tragic day for the city of Pensacola. NAS is incredibly an important part of our community. For 200 years this has been a part of the city of Pensacola, and we're a military town. Our hearts and prayers are connected to all those that serve us every day, and certainly the expectation that this would happen here at home was unexpected. But I can tell you that all of our sympathies are with the men and women who are out here on this base, and we are currently in a support role. We will continue to do that. We are certainly thinking about all those individuals who are still hospitalized, and our thoughts and prayers are with them.